All right, I made two other videos, but was debating on whether I wanted to upload them or not, and I feel like some of the things that were said, like it just it wasn't clarified enough, so I decided to make a third one in replacement of those. So here's my point on this situation. I am more than willing to fight this organization that is doing this to people. I'm more than than willing to put a stop to all of this. I rather, but if things do like tend to go south, then what I'm basically doing, as you see here, I'm collecting equipment to go off grid. I intend to basically see if any other fellow target individuals within the area would want to go off grid as well. Mind you, this is probably going to be dangerous though. But, just staying on the grid is even more dangerous because with us being here, you got your negative EMFs coming through your outlets. You got the radiation coming from your phone. You got the radiation coming from just about any device that you got in here, everywhere. And as soon as this stuff is coming on the grid, it's happening. But it's not that people are not waking up. There are plenty of people waking up. So I wanted to show you all. In fact, just give me a second. I need to go grab it because I have the other things in the other room. I wanted to showcase a few things for you all today and some solutions. If you don't have the choice but to lay down something, unfortunately there's like a spring underneath it. I have a solution to that so that you aren't being fried by the dark thing. Okay, this I found what I was looking for. All right. Now then, I wanted to showcase some of the things I've gathered because a lot of people tend to have this stuff in their attic just doing nothing but collecting dust. And this is if you have a house. Now, okay, I wanted to show you the combo that I got going on with the generator that I have. As you see here, this thing comes with a flashlight and it has two different USB ports in there, as well as I think that's a USB port. Also, there's a spot for the charger unit, which basically plugs into the wall. And I don't just have that. I also was able to manage to get myself a what is this thing? I need to pull this darn thing out, but okay. Whoa. All right. As you see that, I was able to get a solar panel. There's several ones that they do sell, but you really want the one that is for generators. Wow, I need to be careful because they tend to try to mess around with my pinky covering up the volume. Excuse me, thing there. I'm literally just, man, that's damn sleep deprivation being woken up around 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning every time. Well, anyway, I believe this was a anti EMF compulsor. This is a thing that basically blocks the what was that? The frequencies. So I made a larger one, and there's a big difference. But here's the other thing: you cannot be sleeping in the same room with your phone. You cannot be sleeping in the same room with any type of device like that. You can't. And it's difficult as a TI because you know what these perps be doing. So if you ever go to sleep, here's the thing: the one thing I would recommend you to have is what do they call that? Like I'd say an extended cable with a speaker and an MP3 player if you have something like that. And then when it comes to a lot of the negativity, they're gonna do a lot of crap to you even before you try to get some sleep. So what I normally do is throughout the day I play the right frequencies for PTSD. That helps a lot, and it renders their shit useless. Okay, it really does. So with this generator here that I got, it's fairly large. It goes up to around. It doesn't have all that many watts, but it's enough to basically go out with. It's got its own self-cooling system. I'm definitely gonna try to get another one of these as well. I have a tent. That thing is pretty large actually. I've also got some copper wire left over. I have an axe, got a saw, hammer, some chisels, fishing rod, light fixture there. Now, there's going to be a lot of TIs with trust issues, and that you believe you me, I don't blame you, okay? I don't. I'm seeing people's channels who are other TIs who have been targeted for years. For years. So I can't blame you for that. You know, you have that right. Without a doubt, all of us have that right when we're being targeted. Because, you know, when they send people at us all the fucking time with their bullshit. That's to be expected. But we gotta like try to get out of that focus of thinking that everybody's a freaking perp. We can't be in that perspective, you know. You can't be in that perspective because you gotta be able to work with some people in order to put a stop to this. That's just how it is. If we can't work together, and you see they don't want that. They just don't want that at all. They don't want TIs to basically come together and work together. But it is also dangerous, even as fellow TIs, because of the PTSD mind manipulation. Remember, they can see through our eyes and hear through our ears with these weapons, which is why dealing with that PTSD, cutting off the blue light fixture, doing that is key to basically breaking off their control. All right, it's much worse for when you're on your own because you don't have that communication with another person that you need to basically have more of a structure to beat this crap. And believe you me, I had situations to where I know it's had to be for a fact, because if you got a situation to where like you're trying to talk to a couple TIs going through the same thing you're going through and they're fucking with a live stream, that's obvious that they don't want that. It's fucking with the dynamic of their technology. It's messing around with the stuff. They're like, no, you can't have somebody to talk to. So they'll mess around with that and do all kinds of crap. It's crazy. I highly advise. This will be the third or second time I'm saying this, and they are giving me tinnitus right now. Wow. It's coming from the left ear. The time is 7:03 a.m. But I also wanted to alert everybody. This channel has 2 strikes. Okay, it has 2 strikes. So I started dedicating to put on my content on my BitchUt account. Now, I think I did upload a video about this. I think I did. But then again, so much has just been happening that I'm just like, man, if you feel yourself in a state of like laziness to where like you just don't want to feel like doing anything, that's what you gotta fight. You have to fight that. I found myself fighting that more than once. Even if I don't feel like to do something, I put all my effort into getting the heck up and doing that something. Even though there's that feeling that I don't want to do that something. But a lot of TIs are gonna have like a lot of trust issues. That's to be expected. I mean, come on. You're being psyoped 24/7 every time you go out. You're being gaslighted all the time. So I can't blame you for that. I can't blame you for that at all. No, not even no fellow TI can. But as you see here with this thing, this also helps me block out the frequencies whenever I go out, or even when I'm in home. But I recommend people to at least try to get some fresh air every now and then, because that's important. Go out there, go for a walk. Don't let these arrogant assholes take your life. Try to take any bit of your life away. The only time I'm ever not going to go out is if it rains, and that's about it. But even if it rains, like, here's the thing. I'm the type of when I was younger, I'm the type of kid who did not give a fuck if I got drenched in the rain. You can dry those clothes, okay? You can dry those clothes. I've seen people who get like super pissed because they got drenched. Man, I got caught in the rain so many times that I just didn't care. I just didn't care. Sometimes I would run when I was a kid. I would actually just run right out there in the rain as it was raining. But strangely enough, for some reason, people would get a little bit tired. Now, also, the elixir that I mentioned, what you can do is, I believe they call them the Q-tips, or the Q-tip cotton things or whatever. I guess it'll be easy if I just show you. Now, what I do is now it makes the fibers where your ears are at to basically try to generate a signal and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. TI's coming together. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, there is going to be a lot of trust issues going on. There is. But you see, the point is that we need to be able to be willing to push past certain boundaries. It's not that you have to trust anybody. No one's asking you to. Only thing that's being asked is if, like, you're willing to work with everybody. However, you got to basically, here's what I do, you know? Here's what I do. I don't rush out and question everything immediately when it happens. No. I pay attention. I do. But I'm not quick to jump the gun and just say, oh, you a perp. No, I don't do that. No, I give people a few chances, and I give them at least 3 strikes. You fuck up those 3 strikes, that's it. Like, you're automatically a perp. That's it. They want you to jump the gun and just assume everybody's a perp. But anyway, let me go ahead and showcase this for you. You see this Q-tip? Normally when I make my elixir, I've already told you what the ingredients are. Put that in a pressure cooker and then it heats up. Of which what I will do when I get in, I intend today to get the damn top off of this freaking thing. I'm gonna do that regardless, and I'm gonna keep working on that shit until it's off, because that's what's gonna help me shut this damn nanotech shit off for good. Problem is, right? Back when I was using even though I'm still using a bucket, even when I first was using it, remember this stuff can self-repair, and it starts to make a lot of sense. That's why they have Project Bluebeam. They have Project Bluebeam to keep reprogramming the shit in the nano that was in your face as you were trying to drain it out from your feet. So now I started to see like why it was difficult. So I'm like, wait a minute, we need something. We need something that can basically detox this crap all over the body. All over the body, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And that's when I made this bad boy right here. This is definitely large enough. Definitely large enough. For fellow TIs, in fact, I probably should go and get something there. Now then, if you're like laying down on the bed or a couch or anything like that, here's the thing. Both of those things have box springs, right? I have a solution for that to where you don't even have to take it out. As I'm sure you know, those springs that they put in the bed, those things do nothing but basically amplify electrical magnetics and are basically hitting. So then, what nullifies electrical magnetic frequencies to where they cannot pass through? Oh, that's right. Plastic has been known to do just that, right? So what I did was, as you see here, let me zoom out. This thing's kind of dirty, but I have a larger one that I'm using. This right here is basically the top that goes on your, those type of plastic containers that you would put things in. So what I do, right? I take these lids and I actually put them underneath the padding of what I'm laying on. So that way the box spring isn't up under, literally just hitting my back through the fabric, It's got to go through this mug before it can even get to me. And that's just not going to happen with that in place. So there's your solution for when you're laying down, because when I realized that, I'm like, yeah, that's a problem and that's got to be dealt with. And I've heard many TIs talk about it, but I just never addressed it. And a lot of this manipulation with these weapons, it makes you lazy, it makes you tired, and it's literally just drains you of your strength. But in reality, your strength is there, and it's very sinister what this stuff does, man. It's very sinister. I still have one other thing I need to do. Well, actually, no, 2 things I need to do with this anti-nano barrel. I need to, create a drainage system at its bottom. And I need to take this top off. Today, I'm going to do everything I freaking can to get this top off. I'm going to show you the progress I made. Now, when I first did it, I think that I'm pretty certain they were using these damn directed energy weapons to prevent me from fucking with this thing. Pardon my language, but I'm certain that's what that was. I'm quite certain that's what that was. And let me get this thing out of the way. I believe I've already showcased this. This is the what was that? That's the solar panel I got for my equipment. But this is not equipment I'm planning on just using for myself. I'm planning on looking for fellow TIs all out in this, this state. Now, here's the thing. I'm willing to still fight and put an end to all of the torture for all TIs, for everybody, so we can just end this, so this new world order and basically take a fucking hike. All right. I'm willing to do that, but I am not fighting a civil war. Why? Because there have been TIs who have suffered for far too long. There have been whistleblowers telling people this shit for too long, okay? That has been going on for too damn long. Nobody is fighting no fucking civil war, period. Not in my opinion, because it's not fair for us to have to go that far, for this shit to go this far for people to finally get the message. It's no offense, but people have died trying to get this truth out, okay? People have died defending TIs. This is a real thing. And that's why I'm not going out of my way to just go ahead and just, do that. I'm not finna fight no civil war. If this, if this whole society thing, the government thing is just completely full of shit, I'm going straight off grid. And I'm willing to help any other TI build themselves a home off grid as well if they're willing to do the same. That's primarily where my point is. But I'm not at the point to where I'm just abandoning, saying, no, I'm not going to gather evidence. No, I'm still gathering evidence today of what's happening. And I encourage every other TI to do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. So anyway, just to give you a clear idea as to how far I was able to get down into this stupid thing, I'm thinking instead of going straight through the middle, because what I wanted to do, right, I wanted to go through the middle, and then I was going to just go from the sides where I have an opening at, and then just start cutting down. Like all through here, just do that, just do that, just do that, just do that, and do that, and do that, right? But this damn plastic is definitely not the type that you easily cut through. But this thing creates a lot of noise, okay? It creates a lot of noise, so I'm just gonna be honest about that one. But you know something? It's worth it just to get through this. Besides, maintenance crew make a crap ton of noise when they do their work anyway. But that's basically the gist of this. I do have an extra bucket here, as you can see. Now, this thing is orange, okay? It is orange. I'm letting everybody know about that right now. But the whole color harassment thing, you need to condition yourself to basically not be vulnerable to that. Now, how does one do that? Simple. Don't react to the colorization. Don't do that. And here's the way to make it easier, because I get it. They'll use I know what they do, because they are slick with this shit. What they will do is, even as you're out and about, they will use these DEWs to try to fixate your focus out on that color. So it's not even you basically trying to pay attention to it. It's them manipulating that shit to try to make you pay attention to it. You get where that's going? So here's what I do to get around that. And this is why I kept telling people, download the audio, not the video. Because the video, you won't be able to have that playing as you have your phone off. Or it's not really off, but just turning the screen off. So download the audio with that video I've showed you all before, with the Y2 mate and all that stuff that shows showcase the playlist and where to go and how to do it. So do that and have the PTSD rife frequencies playing as you go outside. You will find that there is a major difference as you have that. And you don't even need headphones for this. You don't need headphones for it at all. You will find that there's a major difference. And plus, honestly, I would recommend people to be careful of headphones, because those do have radiation emanating from them directly. But anyway, you will find that it has a major difference when you go out and about using that. A major difference. I found myself not reacting to a whole bunch of stuff. They tried to earlier, they like when I went grocery shopping, they actually had sent, this was actually the last time I went grocery shopping, they had sent a blank ugly looking car, no license plate. The dude walked out of the store, his face was clearly showing. Dude, I have camera glasses. I literally know what you look like. But here's the deal. If they wanted to off any of us, they would have done it a long time ago, okay? They would have done it a long time ago. Now, what was the point of them showing me that shit? Oh, that's a fear tactic. They could have just as easily gave those assholes a photograph. They could have easily gave them a photograph. And they would have been able to go off of that. They're gonna say, this is where he's at, this is where he come from, this is what he looks like. Take this motherfucker out. Just that simple. So why would they have them just so happen to be right in front of the the grocery store as I'm exiting out? Oh, because they want me to be afraid. But I'm not afraid. No. No, I'm not. Absolutely not. No. So then, I do have this thing over here. This is basically the USB microscope, if you're wondering. Now then, a little bit of a while ago, they had actually pulled a stunt with my package. But here's the thing: I was told one thing was delivered. I wouldn't have worded it. The other thing was delivered. So when I went and checked for the thing that was sent, the thing I was looking for, which would basically be the headset that I was telling TIs that I was going to be, getting soon, to where I will be able to, like, if you do a podcast, not a podcast, but if you do like a one of those, I don't know what do they call that, but it's one of those things where you're able to like jump immediately in and be able to speak out with other fellow TIs live and all that. If you're able to do that now, I'm able to now have the equipment to basically do just that. Reason why I couldn't do it earlier, because I know a few TIs did ask me to jump on I believe it's not a podcast, but it's like a panel. I think that's what it is. At least that's what Vulcan calls it. It could be what it is. I'm not certain because I've never really been on one of those. The only thing I have been on that was considered live was when I went over to Targeted Citizens channel when it was still up, and he was doing the phone call thing. The reason why I was boosting out awareness about my channel was primarily, well, I want to be able to start funding TIs. I want to be able to start helping TIs when it comes to this financial crisis, when it comes to this stuff. But somewhere along the lines, now that I noticed that YouTube shadow banning the channel, that's not an option anymore. No. That was what I was hoping to do. But that's long since changed. So I'm fully dedicating what I'm doing to basically, give TIs an idea on how they can protect themselves from this stuff. Not once have I made any of these channels. I've never asked a single TI for money. I've never done that, not even once. If anything, it's been the opposite. I've asked them, can I donate some cash to you? This is why I've been trying to desperately get in contact with certain TIs to help them out, because I was able to help one out. Her name was Jubilee. Definitely check out her channel. I did showcase a video on her, and they definitely did some. They definitely did try to do something, man. They definitely did, but they do that all the time. They do that every day. Literally, just last week, they tried to get me into an accident. Literally heightening these effects with these weapons, causing me to sweat with this nanotech coming out in the nano going into the eyes and shit. Yeah, I know what that was. You see, that's a tactic that basically gets you, to blind you. Now, here's the thing. I'm crossing the bridge. There's active traffic on my right-hand side. I can barely see because of this shit. So I know this wouldn't have been the only time. They tried this same crap to try to get me into a traffic accident before. They have tried this. So I started using the PTSD videos, because like they were trying to amplify stressful impulses. So if you have the PTSD right frequency playing, it basically nullifies the crap out of that. Makes it a lot easier for you to go out and about during the day, and you are actually able to sense when they are trying to manipulate your emotions and stuff. You're able to sense it. You can feel it when they're doing that shit, and you know that it's false. It's not you, because if you know for a fact that there is no way in heck you at all. So I know I did a video before. I'm just wondering, did I cancel that video or did I let it go through? But anyway, this channel has 2 strikes, so I'm gonna leave a link in the description to my BitchUt channel. Again, I don't know if I even did upload a video. That's just how bad my attacks have been lately. Man. So anyway, if you do the elixir, make sure you got some of these, because you'll be able to use it. But you see, what worries me about that is that's cotton. And consider what's in that. Man, there's no telling. It's even more fucked up where a lot of this now, like they really are a bunch of assholes, man. Dude. all of the nanotech stuff where this stuff is in, I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, seriously? Dude, let me tell you something. And this is going to get very personal, but I think people should know. Because I did read the article about this that were basically people speaking out about it. But if, for people who don't know, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now. They have put compounds in condoms that are known to cause cancer. That's bad for both men and women. They have been known to be putting nanotech fibers in tampons. That's bad for women. They have been known to put nanotech compounds in cosmetics. That's bad for women. They have known to put nanotech fibers in clothing. That's bad for both men and women of all ages. Considering that all cotton is laced with that shit, man, that's just like, how many people know anybody who knows how to sew and knows how to make clothing and all that? Not very few, man. Not very few. And even so, like any woven yarn out here might have synthetic fibers in it. Most likely, it's not 100% pure cotton that's free of this nanotech stuff. Ah, man. But I want TI's debate. One of the things you need to do today is to learn how to break that cycle of that they have on you, that they have hold of you. You need to learn how to break free from that. That's very important. When it comes to when you go outside, please, for your own safety, do not do a live stream. Please don't, because they'll use that against you, and it's too dangerous out there like that. I've tried it, and as a result, I was getting hit with 8,000 watts of radiation. That was an attempt to get me into an accident. But also, it was a good thing I was doing a live stream so people could still see that was happening. Even as I crossed the street, I was being hit. So anyway, I guess in closing, one of the things I've been using to basically, so I don't have to react, was this thing, as you see here. I use that to basically get the faces of my perps. And then as you saw with the evidence that I've showcased, I show precisely when my data was being traded and sold off illegally. So that gives me the identity of the person they hired to, be in place to do that. So that person, what that perp is going to have is their own file. So each time I keep catching that, that same perp, each time I keep catching a certain vehicle in response to my targeting, all the evidence of where they at when it comes to them doing this illegal activity will be documented. And it's just going to be something built up. Even now, I'm being beamed down onto the right side of my skull, right along with the ear, well, not the right, but the left side. When I'm getting tinnitus out of that ear too. So even now, I'm being hit. I noticed one thing, like if you have a fan, that really does help. So I'm curious, what if you had a fan, and I don't even lay down on that bed if you're wondering, and for good reason. In fact, I really need to clean up this part of the apartment. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Do nothing but try to clean up whatever I can, because that's another thing. That's another issue us TIs face because of this laziness that they basically use this on us. It prevents us from normally doing the things that we would normally do. We would normally definitely be cleaning up. We would normally definitely be out and about. But because of this, it's like they really don't want you going nowhere. They want you to stay put, just stay there. Like, let us do this. No, I'm not gonna let you do that. I don't consent to none of this shit that you assholes are doing. And pardon my language, everybody, but it's like everything that they do is generated to basically get you in a state of negativity. And the one thing that pisses them off the most is when you're just, in a state of positivity. They can't stand that. That's why they always have something negative to say, always. So, as I stated before, what I'm be doing, this is the two things that I plan What I want to do is find as many TIs who are all in Louisiana as possible. Find them, find their channels, see how long it's been since they uploaded a video, and trust me, it's not going to have a whole lot of views, but I'm going to find it. And I encourage everybody to do the same. We need to find those other TIs who are out there, who are in our states, so we can basically, have more people on this to basically really put the pressure on these assholes doing this. Because the more and more people the more and more TIs we have aware on how to do this and how to collect this evidence and how to basically track these bastards, the more we're going to be able to have a hands-on situation on this and be able to put a stop to it. These people who are using these weapons, they do not want to be seen. They don't. Come on, man. The day I was planning on going out there, why would they move their equipment farther down the interstate? Oh, that's right. They don't want to be seen. I've said it before and I'll say it again. They do have people out there who are a part of this that do not want to be seen. You think I'm going to believe that it's these perps you hire that don't want to be seen? No. You're not fooling me with that. And they did try that, and I didn't fall for it at all. This idiot was basically hiding behind a fucking tree, just trying to literally hide his face. I didn't even bother even wasting my time with the person. And you want to know why they did that? They did it because at the time I was still working, and they wanted me to just waste my time and just stand there trying to, figure out what the fuck this asshole was doing when I was supposed to be heading to work. It wouldn't be the first time either. They did a lot of crap to slow me the fuck down, man. A lot. But the whole thing was I did not react to it. I didn't get angry about it. If it happened, it happened. And I just moved on. You gotta have that kind of mentality. But it doesn't mean that you basically are being compliant or acceptable to their bullshit. No, not by a long shot. So I looked at a satellite view of the area that they had moved to, and I noticed there's like a bridge area of the overtop. So I'm guessing they're like parking some type of truck or something in the grass, and then they have that antenna like attached on top of that truck as they are using these weapons. But I'm curious because just let me catch a glimpse of a directed energy weapon attached to that fucking truck. Just if I catch that. There's no excuse, and the more they keep doing this, it's just going to be that obvious. That's why they don't want to be seen. I'm saying I'm being hit with directed energy weapons, but if I see a truck with that shit strapped onto it, dude, there's just no denying that shit. There's none, and there's still no denying the evidence I've already showcased. And here's the thing: I want people to understand: the only way for us to end those riots that are happening, the only way for us to end all of this corruption that's happening is for us to basically take the fight to the people who are deploying these weapons, who are in charge for the development, and who are in charge for them basically getting out in the first place, and who are in charge of the management of them being used. We have to take this shit straight. We need to take the fight straight to them to end all of this. That's why the world is as messed up as it is now. It's because these people have been, just free to do what they've been doing, and nobody has been out there to stop them. It's a crazy thing, man. Now, I guess I could show you the other thing. I'm gonna have a link. In fact, I need to start migrating my videos over to the other channel. Just the important ones because mostly ones that contain like the evidence and stuff. As far as any documentation, like I'm gonna probably do like a whole compilation vid thing. I just go from vid to vid, play it all the way through, and then just have it done, and then just submit it to the BitChute. I'm gonna do